Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while since you've seen my face up close like this. No, I apologize in advance. But today we're gonna get into something a little different. I wanted to look into how to play D&D solo, and it led me to a video that described a system that you could buy where it gives you all these tables where essentially the dice is your dungeon master. I didn't really like that. It didn't really describe anything, and you'd still have to like describe it, make it up in your head. And that's cool if that's what you're interested in, and if you want to, you know, fudge the rules a bit. But I wanted to leave it completely up to chance, and so I thought, you know, ChatGPT is pretty popular and it works pretty well. And I ran a small one-shot story, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad. Like it kind of worked out. So I'm going to show you guys how you can play solo D&D alone if you have no one to play with only ChatGPT. We're going to be running our beautiful bluish marble dice here that my wonderful fiance Moonchild got for me. I also have this cool black and red one that my boss gave me for Magic the Gathering. So let's get into the story. Now, I set it up so that ChatGPT will continue from where my second character's backstory leaves off. The reason I set up a second character is because Ben is dying in a certain episode coming up. Like, he got popped with a sniper rifle, passed out, and so Moon is the only one near him that's alive, other than the DM's NPC characters. So it wasn't a good situation. But I wanted to make a second character just in case he bit the dust. And that is what we're going to be playing with ChatGPT today. Here, I'll show you the setup. Ignore the picture above, that's just the audio track that I'm using. I popped it up to give some kind of ambiance to the whole world. So I started off with going to openai.com, looking up ChatGPT, essentially, that's what it is. And I said, I'm going to tell you my Dungeons and Dragons character. I want you to make a backstory for me to continue playing from where it leaves off. So in this episode, our DM, ChatGPT, responds with, of course, I'd be happy to create a story for you and your Dungeons and Dragons character. Please tell me about your character, race, class, background, any key to personality, details, goals, anything, you know. So I essentially just copied and pasted my character's background story, which I will read to you now. My name is Drekken Dragovia, and I live in the surrounding woods just outside of Alaki. If you see me, you might know the history that comes with being of my kind. If you don't, well, I'll save you the trauma. We had to go into hiding in order to survive. I was just a child when it all happened. It was a scary time, to say the least. I saw how people treated us, but I never gave up hope. Hope that one day they would see us as living, breathing creatures too. But so far, that dream hasn't come to pass. All because of Strahd. A part of me always wanted to help remove him from power. But better men than me have tried. And I was nothing special. The rumors were everywhere. They had arrived. As soon as I heard, I took a trip to the city to find them. I had heard the stories over the years. But this time, I wanted to help fight Strahd. Everyone else in this godforsaken land was too scared. But if anyone was going to stand up against him, it had to be the Outlanders. However, by the time I got to the city, it was too late. All I could hear was the screams from the fires. It was all over the city. I ran in to find a good friend of mine. Her name, Anya. She was a potion shopkeeper in the city. By the time I got there, the store was set ablaze. And I looked, but I could not find it. The worst thoughts came to mind. But I knew the Outlanders had to be here, in the city. I ran, searching for them, from house to house to street, until I found them. But before I could get to them, the city guards surrounded them. The guards were talking about this chaos all around us that somehow they caused. Then, in a split second, one of them, dressed in a dark cloak, shined blinding white light out of the tattoos on his arms. And maybe it was a signal. The moment that happened, the people revolted, attacking the guards, each other, rioting on top of the fires that were already there, and then the Outlanders used that to flee the city. I watched as they ran, leaving us to burn. How could they do that? I heard people scream in fear, that Strahd was in the city. So why did they run? Why did they run? They were supposed to save us, kill Strahd. They ran. My head was spinning, which kept me from trying to help them. But, so instead, I went to the closest thing and helped the people of the city. The city that spat in my kind's face. But in that moment, all I could hear was the anger and fear and the people all around me. So I decided to help clean up the fires, get trapped people out, clean up the streets, anything that I could do to try and help the city. But the question remained, why did they run? My mind raced all these questions, no answers, while I was cleaning up Anya's potion shop. And that's when I found an artifact. One that I've never heard of before in my time on this plane. The Arachne gauntlets. And robes that went along with them. These artifacts I took as a sign. With all the chaos, looting, and rioting going on in the city right now, how these didn't get destroyed or taken is beyond my comprehension. So I took them and decided to go looking for the Outlanders, with nothing but a direction that they went to go on. But I was sure it was my responsibility to find them. What I'm gonna do after that, well, I guess we'll see. If the stories are true, then we'll stand up and fight against Strahd. Or if the Outlanders are false hope, then we'll have to wait another 100 years. My name is Drekken Dragovia. Signing off. My character Drekken is a rogue with a homebrew subclass called the Way of the Webweaver. I copied and pasted all of that into ChatGPT. As the night settled over the smoldering ruins of Vallaki, Drekken Dragovia, adorned in the newly found Arachne gauntlets and robes, set out on his quest to find the elusive Outlanders. The city lay in disarray. But Drekken's determination burned brighter than the fires that had consumed the streets. Guided by the chaotic aftermath, Drekken ventured into the dark woods, following the path the Outlanders had taken. The forest echoed with eerie sounds, and the twisted trees seemed to whisper tales of despair. Drekken pressed on, driven by the need to understand why the Outlanders abandoned Vallaki in its darkest hour. As he journeyed deeper into the woods, the air grew colder, and an unsettling feeling settled in the pit of his stomach. Keen senses, honed by years of living in seclusion, with the bonuses that were given to him by these gauntlets, alerted him to a subtle shift in atmosphere. Something was watching him, and it wasn't just the eyes of nocturnal creatures in the shadows. So, really quick interruption with the story here. As you can see, I added a little bit of that of my own homebrew stuff just because I know how the class works a little better than ChatGPT does. However, this is kind of like a tutorial for anyone who wanted to play it alone with ChatGPT. You can make your own decisions. You can change it. If you don't like something that's coming out, I mean, again, it's Dungeons and Dragons. It's yours to change however you want. So if I didn't like this, I could 100% go and be like, hey, no, I want you to redo this. And ChatGPT obviously would redo it. But I'm enjoying most of it. That was the only change I wanted to change so far. Today's episode is definitely not sponsored, but shout out to Dr. Pepper, the elixir of the gods. And let's get back into it. A mysterious figure emerged from the darkness, clad in the hooded cloak that concealed their features. Drekken Dragovia, a voice echoed through the still night, sending shivers down my spine. You seek the Outlanders, do you not? Drekken, cautious yet resolute, nodded. I need to understand why they abandoned us. We need their help. The hooded figure stepped forward, revealing a glimpse of a silver mask adorned with intricate web patterns. Interesting. The Outlanders have a destiny to fulfill, a path woven by forces beyond their control. But you, Drekken, have a choice. You found the Arachne gauntlets, relics of ancient power. With them, you can weave your own fate. Damn, that sounds cool. Sorry. Drekken felt the weight of the responsibility settling on his shoulders. The artifact resonated with an otherworldly energy, and as he donned the gauntlets and robes, he could sense the latent power coursing through his veins. The hooded figure continued, Strahd's darkness has seeped into this very fabric of Strahd's darkness has seeped into the very fabric of this land. The Outlanders may be part of the solution, but you, Drekken, are a key. Embrace the webs of fate, and you shall find them. Drekken, now armed with new purpose and power, set forth on his journey. The woods seemed to respond to his presence, the shadow retreating as if acknowledging the emergence of a formidable force. The path ahead was uncertain, but with the Arachne gauntlets, Drekken Dragovia was ready to confront the challenges that lay ahead, perhaps reshape the destiny of Barovia. Damn! So, I would like to just point out, ChatGPT only knows this little bit here, essentially. I mentioned a homebrew class called the Webweaver, and I mentioned something called the Arachne Gauntlets. The Arachnid Gauntlets. That's it. I didn't show them, like, I don't even know if I can upload pictures to this, but I didn't give them the subclass. I didn't let it know what the details are. And it's pretty spot on, just guesstimating. So that's pretty cool. So, with the intro now done, I apologize for how long it's taken. Let's get into the actual gameplay. Okay, let's try this again. I opened up a brand new chat with ChatGPT that I want you to play D&D with. I want to play D&D with you as the Dungeon Master. And then I'm going to write, this is my character background. The setting is in a plane called Barovia. Okay, add an extra NPC character that appears shortly after I put on the Arachnid gauntlets based off this. Blah 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 blah. Let's see how this works. Okay, sounds great. Now be the dungeon master for me, please, and set the scene so we can start playing. Okay, so I had a little trouble with the chat bot. It just kept explaining the story and not letting me choose anything, but I think I got to figure it out now. So we're starting here. The misty woods of Barovia. Drekken, you find yourself on the edge of a misty woods, a dense forest with trees shrouded in perpetual mist. The air is cool, and the sound of rustling leaves and distant howls create an eerie atmosphere. The Arachne gauntlets on your hands seem to pulse with faint energy as you step into the shadowy embrace of the woods. You venture deep into the moonlight struggles to penetrate the thick canopy overhead. Casting irregular patterns on the forest floor, the path ahead splits, offering two choices: a narrow trail to the left leading deeper into the woods, and a wider, more well-trodden path to the right, curving gently around the outskirts of the forest. Before you make your decision, Uranus appears beside you. His silver-masked face reflects the moonlight, and his eyes fixed to yours. Drekken, he intones, the threads of destiny are delicate, but malleable. Choose your path wisely, for the fate of Barovia rests upon your shoulders. With those words, Uranus fades into the shadows, leaving you to ponder your next move. What path will you take? What challenges await you in the misty woods? The choice is yours. I want to make an investigation check to see which way the Outlanders went. Certainly, roll a d20 for your investigation check. Add any relevant modifiers in D&D 5e. Investigation is usually modified by an intelligence modifier and proficiency bonus if you're proficient in the skill. Let me know the total. So, I am going to pop open my character sheet over here that I had my DM send me. Drekken Dragovia. There we go. So, my intelligence is a +6. Damn. Okay, cool. My intelligence is +6, but my investigation is only a +3 because it's not proficient. Okay, so I'm gonna roll my d20 to add my investigation modifier. 7, damn it. Okay, 7, and then plus investigation was 3, I believe. Investigation +3. I will show you here. You know, I mean, I could always have moved it, but it was a 7. I'm 100% going to tell the truth on all these. Trust me. You can't really trust me, I guess, because you don't know me, but I am. I'm not going to cheat. So 7 plus 6, sorry, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not the greatest, but I got a 10 total. With a total of 10 on the investigation check, you take a moment to examine the surroundings, studying on the grounds of any signs of recent activity. The floor is covered in fallen leaves, making it challenging to discern your tracks, but you do notice a slight disturbance in the underbrush along the wider path to the right. It seems like something or someone recently passed through this way. As you follow the trail, you came across broken twigs and disturbed foliage, indicating a larger group moving through the woods. It's hard to determine the exact number of compositions of the group, but it appears they were in a hurry. Uranus reappears beside you, slightly observing your investigation. The Outlanders pass this way, he states, confirming your findings. Their presence is still fresh. The path of the right seems to be the route they take. Beyond that, the misty woods hold secret challenges. While this information, you continue along the well-trodden path, ready to unreveal the mysteries only time will tell. The mist thickens as you move deeper into the woods, and the sunlight struggles to pierce through the dense canopy overhead. The moonlight. What challenges await you on the trails? Only time will tell. Then I want follow that path. As you venture deeper in the woods, the path leads you through these twists and turns. You occasionally hear distant howls of wolves or hooting of unseen creatures. Uranus, whoever remains at your side, this is where they paused briefly. The Outlanders seem to be moving with urgency. There are signs they departed not long ago. The path continues to the clearing, leading deeper in the hearts of the misty woods. I would like to give you a note, the Outlanders in our D&D game are far away, and I do not want to find them in this story. This is a side story on my character's way to find. Period. Direction is north. All I knew was they went headed north. You glance around at the swirling mist, nearly impossible to identify any clear direction. The sense of disorientation is heightened by the mysterious realm. Uranus, who has reappeared at your side, observes your contemplation. In this land, the conventional ways of navigation are often confounded. Here, Marks, trust your instincts and the threads of fate that bind you. The path you choose may lead you to both challenges and revelations. Alright. I want to go up the hill. You decide to ascend the hill. Guarded by the instincts seem to resonate with the subtle energies coursing through the arachnid gauntlets. The mist swirls as you climb, and the atmosphere becomes even more charged with an otherworldly presence. At the top of the hill, the vegetation thins out, revealing a small clearing in the center of the pedestal, upon which the ancient-looking books. This page flutters slightly, as if it caught in an ethereal breeze. The silver moonlight casts an enchanting glow upon the scene. Uranus, appearing beside you again, gestures towards the book, the Tome of Web Weaving. He explains, a relic of forgotten knowledge guarded by the magic of this land. It contains secrets that may aid you on your journey. Approach it with respect, for the threads of fate entwined within its pages are both powerful and delicate. As you step closer to the pedestal, the book opens on its own accord. The page reveals intricate patterns of arcane symbols, the visual representation of the magic woven into Barovia. The world seems to shift and rearrange themselves, forming a message tailored to you. Uranus watches with a knowing gaze, allowing you to absorb the wisdom contained within the Tome of Web Weaving. What will you do next, and how will this newfound knowledge shape your path in Barovia? The threads of fate are in your hands. I reach out my hand and accept the knowledge. Can't spell. Knowledge. What? Oh, I'm missing the W. From the book. As you reach out your hand, the ancient pages of tomes and web weaving respond to your touch. The arcane symbols seem to pulse with energy, resonating with the arachnid gauntlets on your hands. As you accept the knowledge, the words on the page rearrange themselves, forming a connection within your mind. Uranus approves noddedly. You are attuned to the ancient magic, Drekken, the threads of fate that weave through you. This tome recognizes your connection to the knowledge within, and it is yours to wield. The tome imparts to you insights into the ancient art of web weaving, a form of magical intertwined very fabric of reality. It offers guidance on the uses of arachnid gauntlets and how to harness the power of them. You stand on top of the hill, ready to continue your journey through the mist. The path unfolds before you, and the threads of fate beckon you onward. What will you do next? Where will your destiny lead? The choice is yours. I would like to go to the... What did we do after that? Oh, we went to the lake. Go in the direction of Lake Zarovich. As you descend from the hill, the tome of web weaving safely stowed in your hand. You decide to head in the direction of Lake Zarovich. The misty woods part before as you follow the path, seemingly finding its way through the trees, almost perfect guidance. As you travel, the air becomes colder. Surrounds in the forest start to change. Occasional hoot of owls echo through the trees. As you catch glimpses of moonlight reflecting off unseen water. After some time, the trees thin out, revealing the moonlit clearing before you stretches a vast, expansive lake, Zarovich. On the shore, you notice an old weather boat tethered to a moss-covered dock. The mist dances gently above the lake's surface, creating an almost ethereal scene. Uranus, who silently accompanied you, speaks. Lake Zarovich holds its own mysteries, and threads of fate are woven deep within its waters. What will you do, Drekken? Will you explore the shores of the lake, or perhaps take the boat to venture across its tranquil surface? But there are dark creatures in those waters, right? As you gaze upon the lake, yes. Uranus senses your concern, nods solemnly, yes. The lake harbors dark secrets, and its true depths are not without peril. Barovia's waters are known home to creatures both mysterious and malevolent. Proceed with caution. The threads of fate may unravel in unexpected ways. As you survey the lake, the mist lingering above its surfaces seems to thicken, creating an eerie ambiance. You catch glimpses of the shadowy moments beneath the water, and a distant, haunting sound echoes across the lake. The boat rocks gently with the water's movements, inviting you to explore lake's mysteries. Uranus gestured towards the boat. His silver eyes reflect the moonlight. The choice is yours, Drekken. Will you brave the waters, or will you continue along the shores? Do I see any people? I do not immediately see any people in the immediate vicinity. The mist ever present in Barovia, obscuring the lines. However, the dock of the boat tethered gathered. This area might be frequented by local travelers. Miranda standing at your side, the lake shores hold tales untold, and the navigation of the waters encounter more than reflection of the moon. What time is it currently? The moon is high in the sky, but I don't know the exact time. Okay, I've had it up to here with the camera, I swear. Follow the shore to get to the other side. See what happens along the way. As you continue, the path takes around a bend, revealing a wider expanse of the lake. In the distance, you can see a silhouette of a small, desolated island surrounded in mist. The wooded bridge, barely visible through the haze, connects the island to the mainland. The island holds secrets of its own woven into the very fabric of the Barovia. The threads of fate beckon you. Will you investigate the island or will you continue the shores? I'll investigate it. How big is land? Let's look. Go take a look. Emboldened by the curiosity, you decide to investigate a mysterious island. The shore leads you closer to the dilapidated bridge. As you approach, the mist seems to thicken, adding an extra layer of mystique to the energy. With each step, creaking bridge beneath your weight resonates in the quiet of the night. Fog surrounding the island, making it difficult to see more than a few yards ahead. The air is thick with an otherworldly presence. There's a lot of similar sentences and phrases in this. I'll say that's a little annoying. As you reach the island shores, the gnarled trees and twisted vegetation loom overhead. The shadows dance in the moonlight, creating strange patterns on the ground. Uranus, still by your side, nods the acknowledgement of your choice. All your secrets are elusive as the mist surrounds it. How will you proceed? I will step onto the island and look for any clues. What do I roll? An investigation check again. Cool. 11 plus 3 is 11, 12, 13, and 14. You begin to explore the island, carefully examining your surroundings for clues. As you move deeper into the dense vegetation, you notice that the ground feels unusually soft beneath your feet. Kneeling down and brushing aside some leaves, you uncover a partially buried stone slab with faint markings and symbols, ancient, hinting at a forgotten purpose. Uranus, who has been quietly observing, speaks. These markings are of a bygone era, echoing the mysteries of Barovia. They may hold significance of the island's history. Further exploring may unveil more about secrets buried within. As you continuing your investigation check, you notice faint glow emanating from beneath the soil. Clearing away the dirt reveals a concealed trap door made of aged wood. I go in. As you descend, the air becomes colder and the faint hum of ancient energy fills the center. Magic warriors, the crystal orb before you is the nexus of their power. Its secrets may be entwined with the threads of fate of Barovia. Arcana check on the orb. What is my Arcana? Plus 3. Also. Oh, I rolled a 15. Okay, 15. 18. Sorry, I started reading into my head. With the total of 18 on your Arcana check, you focus your knowledge on the Arcana or the arcane on the orb. Studying its intricate details and magical energies emanating from it, you discern that the orb is a powerful artifact infused with ancient webweaver magic. The crystal orb seems to be a conduit of the threads of fate, resonating the same energy that courses through the arachnid gauntlets you wear. It holds a unique connection to the magic of Barovia, acting as a nexus for the web-like pattern. Uranus, his silver eyes reflecting the glow of the orb, speaks. The crystal orb is a vessel of the web weavers, ancient magic. It holds potential to reveal hidden truths and guide those seek unravel mysteries of Barovia. As you stand in the underground chamber, the orbs. Can I pick it up? Okay, so I'm picturing my character reaching out, and as I'm getting closer, the magical weaves around it, wrapping around my hands and wrists and going up my arms of like web-like patterns. Oh, I just got chills, dude. As you hold the crystal orb, you feel a subtle resonance with the arachnid gauntlets on your hands. Threads of fate seem to weave together, creating a harmonious link between you and the ancient magic of Barovia. Uranus observes interaction. His silvered mask reflects a mixture of solemnity and intrigue. The crystal orb has chosen you. He remarks, its magic is now entwined with your destiny. What path will you forge? I say, I still need to find the Outlanders and test out these gauntlets in the meantime. As you utter your resolve, the crystal ball seems to resonate your determination. The glow softens and you see subtle connection between the ancient artifact. Your quest to find the Outlanders. Uranus nods in acknowledgement of your words. The threads of fate weave a complex tapestry. Uranus says, his voice echoing through the cavern. Crystal orb shall be your guide. The arachnid gauntlets, your tools, as you seek the Outlanders and test the gauntlets. Remember that destiny is both written and rewritten. The crystal orb in hand, the power of the arachnid gauntlets at your disposal, you ascend the staircase to return to the island surface. Mr. Lexarowicz awaits you, each step shaping the unfold tale of the journey. I want to go back to the mainland and look for someone who needs help. A little on the nose, but you know, oh well. As you walk, you come across a clearing of a small group of Barovian villagers has gathered. They seem distressed, discussing the recent terrors that have befallen their community. A woman, her face etched with worry, approaches you. Stranger, she implores, we are in dire need of your assistance. Creatures from the mist have been terrorizing our village, and we fear for our lives. Can you help us? We will lend you our strength to protect. Will you lend your strength to protect our homes? The choice is yours, Uranus says. Can they see you, Uranus? You're not seeing the notice, acknowledge the presence of Uranus, the weaver of fate. To them, your interaction with him appears like a silent conversation or a moment on your part. Will you help your assistants, the villagers? Or will you pursue your quest to find the Outlanders? What do you need me to do? I am on a quest of my own, but if you are in need, I will do what I can. The woman, relieved to find someone willing to help, expresses gratitude. Thank you, kind stranger. The creature that emerged from the mist have been relentless. Creatures. We fear for our safety. Our homes are not far from here. Could you accompany us to lend your strength? We would be truly grateful. As you agree to help, Uranus watches with a knowing gaze, acknowledging the intertwining threads of fate lead you to this moment. Together with the villagers, you make your way through the misty woods towards their settlement. The village is small, with simple cottages lining narrow streets, and atmosphere is tense. The villagers cast a wary glance at the mist that lingers nearby. A woman leads you to the center of the village where the sound of commotion draws your attention. A group of shadowy figures emerge from the mist, unnatural, twisted in form. The villagers look to you with hope, trusting in the aid that you've offered. The creatures from the mist are not to be underestimated. Powers of the gauntlets and the orb may prove essential in this confrontation. What approach will you take, Drekken Dragovia? The choice is yours. How do you face the creatures in defense of the village? I draw my short sword and say, this village is under the protection of Drekken Dragovia. Leave now and do not come back. Your words, backed by the confidence in your stance and the gleam you draw on your swords, echoed by the villagers, the creatures of the moment, their unnatural forms shifting with eerie light. The villagers watch with bated breath, their hope kindling. Awareness by your side observes the unfolding scene. The creatures emit guttural sounds, a strange language that echoes through the silent streets. Their malevolent gaze fixes upon you, assuming a resolve in your voice and magic that emanates from the gauntlets. As the tension hangs in the air, the creatures seem to hesitate, and then with an unsettling hiss, they retreat into the mist, their twisted forms dissolving into shadows. Villagers let out a sigh of relief, grateful for the protection that you provided. Damn, that's all it took? That was lame. The villagers let out a collective sigh of relief, the protection you provided. The woman who approached you first says, "Thank you, you saved the stranger. We're forever in your debt." Uranus nodded in acknowledgement. His silver mask reflected the silence understanding. The mist begins to dissipate, and the moonlight proceeds to the lingering fog. The choice is yours, Drekken. Will you stay and make sure the village's safety, or you continue on your quest to the Outlanders? I would like to ask if they can spare any health potions. The grateful villagers, still in the aftermath of the encounter, are more than willing to express their gratitude. The woman who initially sought your help gestures one of the nearby cottages. Please come with me. We have a few supplies that may be of use to you. The woman hands... Inside the cottage, the villager offers you a modest assortment of provisions, including a couple of health potions. The potions are carefully stored in small vials, their contents shimmering with faint magical glow. These may come in handy. The woman hands them to you, saying these may come in handy on your journey. We hope to aid you with as much assistance as it aided us. Thank you again, stranger. Okay, so I'm going to write down on phone here that I have 2 regular DM, how much money do I have? That's a modest sum, 20 gold. You can, okay. I would like to try and follow the shadow creatures. With the threat momentarily dissipated, you express your intention to follow the retreating shadow creatures into the lingering mist. The villagers, still in awe of your bravery, nod in understanding. Uranus watches with an animated gaze. Carefully navigate the winding paths. The trail left by the shadow creatures is subtle, but the magic resonating. The mist swirls around you as you follow the elusive trail, and soon you find yourself on the outskirts of the village. The forest beyond beckons, its depths concealing the creatures that briefly threaten the villagers. Uranus, walking slightly by your side, speaks. The shadows hide many secrets, and your quest to find the Outlanders may intertwine with the mysteries of Barovia. Be vigilant, Drekken, for the threads of fate are ever-changing. Choice is yours. I want to roll for stealth and keep following them until I can attack. Sneak attack. Let's make a stealth check, see how well I can follow the shadow creatures without being detected. Oh, I rolled an at 20! On top of my, what's my stealth? +9? Damn! You become practically soundless as you blend seamlessly with the mist. Utilizing the shadows to your advantage, even the keen senses of shadow creatures seem unable to detect your presence. Silently, you follow their trail deeper into the forest, twisted trees, and moonlight. You continue the trail, the shadow creatures. You notice their unnatural forms weaving through the mist, their movements erratic, unpredictable. It becomes clear that they are heading towards a location deeper within the heart of Barovia. Uranus says your pursuit may reveal more than the creature's destination. Be prepared, for the shadows conceal both danger and discovery. I keep following them. With unparalleled stealth, you continue to trail the shadow creatures through the misty forest. The magical resonance from your arachnid gauntlets allow you to maintain a close connection with their movements, and the twisted trees, the haunting atmosphere below surrounding you as you navigate the shadows. As you follow the creatures deep into the heart of the land, the mist seems to thicken, creating an otherworldly ambiance. The creature moves with a purpose, their forms barely visible as they blend seamlessly within the fog. Uranus, walking beside you in silent companionship, remarks, the path you tread may reveal more about the mysteries that shroud Barovia. Be cautious, Drekken, for the shadows hold both secrets and perils. After a while, the creatures come to a sudden stop in a small clearing. The mist swirls around them as they seem to converse in their guttural language. They're formed in distinct, cautious, and on the silhouettes against the moonlight. What language are they speaking? Its tongue lost to time and join. Okay, so I can't speak it. I was gonna say I have some languages I might be able to speak it, but that's my other character that knows Abyssal. This is Draconic. I'm sorry, yeah, my Drekken character knows Draconic, so no, that doesn't help us. Will you continue to observe, or you have a specific course of action in mind? Observe, and before they leave, I want to make a sneak attack. I want to see how battling works in this ChatGPT. Maintaining your concealed position, you observe the shadow creatures in the moonlight clearing. Their twisted forms seem to shift and sway in otherworldly dance as they continue their guttural conversation. The mist envelops them, adding an eerie quality to their mysterious presence. As you patiently watch, the creatures suddenly stiffen and sensing something. They exchange hurried gestures before disappearing into the mist, their indistinct forms being seamlessly with the fog. This is your moment. A swift and silent approach. You position yourself strategically to execute a sneak attack. The mist provides you with excellent cover as you close the distance. The magical resonance from your arachnid gauntlets add an extra layer of stealth to your movements. Now, make an attack roll with advantage for your sneak attack. Roll a d20 twice to take the higher result, so it's an advantage. Add any relevant modifiers in D&D 5e. A sneak attack typically benefits from your dexterity modifier. So, my first roll here is a 2. My second roll here is a 5. Damn. My character is lucky. I know I didn't say that before, but it is. I'm pretty sure. Let me see if it even shows it on the sheet. I promise you it has luck. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll for luck. Can I use luck twice? Inspiration for being here on time. My second luck for the day. Damn it! My last luck. Damn it! Okay. I rolled a 2, a 5, an 11, a 13, another 11. Oh no, reverse those. 13, 11, a 13. So 13 is my roll after burning every possible chance at re-rolling. What a waste on all those. But yeah. Okay, so I rolled a 13 on my sneak attack, and then plus 6 is my dex modifier. So 13 plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rolled a 19. With a roll 19 combined with your relevant modifiers, you sneak attack as a resounding success. Swift as a shadow, you emerge, concealed your position with a strike precision. As your weapon finds its mark, the lead shadow creature lets out an otherworldly shriek. The mist seems to recoil from the impact, creating an ethereal scene of moonlight combat. The other creatures caught off guard by your sudden result turn their attention towards you. Roll for damage on your sneak attack. For a sneak attack, you typically roll damage for your weapon and add any additional damage from the sneak attack bonus. Let me know the total. So how do I check that? That's where I'm going to be confused at here. Do I have a sneak attack? I'm going to attack it with my weapon damage is doubled for sneak attack. So, as I hit, I am going to roll a d20, and then I'm going to add 2 to that, because a regular short sword should just be +2, right? No, because it's not. You don't roll a d20. Okay, so here's some ruling for a scimitar. Let's just say scimitar. 2d6s, you're slashing. +3 +2 because of my modifier, right? And sneak attack. I think I'm doing that right. Is a 6, so that's 6, 7, 8. And then I double it because it's sneak attack. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're just gonna say 18. And then +2, so that's 19, 20. No, my dex is my +3. Sneak attack's proficiency. That's +3, so 18, 19, 20, 21. I rolled a 21 on my attack. The moonlight eliminates the scene as your attack unfolds with a deadly precision. Rolling damage for a critical hit means you damage the dice roll. Oh, no. Okay, so total I rolled 21 damage. Moonlight. Okay, so your sneak attack inflicts significant harm on the shadow creature. The moonlight mist swirls as the creature recoils from the unexpected assault. The other shadowy figures turn their attention fully towards you. Their forms pulsating with an eerie energy. Moran, standing at a distance, observes an unfolding encounter with an enigmatic gaze. The threads of fate resonate with the choices made in this moonlight clearing. Battle is now engaged. Roll for initiative. Cool. Okay. My initiative is a +3, and then I get a +5 because I have alert. So that's a +8 to whatever I roll. So I'm at a 13. Damn. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You have the first move. Will you pivot in the moment? What will you do in this pivotal moment? Surrounded by enigmatic shadows of Barovia, the threads of fate are woven around you. Your choices shape the unfolding story. How many are there? 3? 3 shadow creatures. I would like to tell you my class's ability, so I can just help you by mean what I want to do. I'm going to pop open my homebrew subclass here. D&D, homebrew stuff, homebrew subclasses. Okay, here is my subclass. I am a level 8 so far. Now, as the moonlight bathes the clearing and the mist swirls around you, you stand ready for the next phase of the encounter. The lead shadow creature is wounded in your sneak attack, hisses in response to the sudden assault. The other 2 creatures, alerted to your presence, prepare to retaliate. What action would you like to take next? Okay, here we go. We got some action. I would like to use web bolt on the lead shadow creature. My bonus action to disengage and move back about 20 feet, and then make a web bolt attack on the lead shadow creature. All right, let's see if that works out. Took a little second to load, but it's going. With a swift and agile maneuver, you use your bonus action to disengage, slipping away from the immediate threat. Your arachnid reflexes and rogue instincts blend seamlessly as you retreat about 20 feet, putting a safe distance between yourself and the shadow creatures. Now, taking advantage of the range granted by your arachnid gauntlets, you focus your attention on the wounded lead shadow creature. With a quick motion, you unleash a web bolt, propelling a condensed bolt of webbing toward your target. Make a ranged attack for your web bolt. Roll a d20 and add your attack modifiers. With a swift, agile maneuver, you use your bonus action to disengage, slipping away from the immediate threat. Your arachnid reflexes and rogue instincts blend seamlessly as you retreat 20 feet, put yourself at a safe distance between yourself and the shadow creatures. Now, taking advantage of the range granted by your arachnid gauntlets, you focus your attention on the wounded lead shadow creature. With a quick motion, you unleash a web bolt, propelling a condensed bolt of webbing toward your target. Make a ranged weapon attack. Roll a d20. I rolled a 13 plus my modifier. That's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I rolled a 19 for my attack and a for my damage. Okay, and my damage is going to be 1d6 bludgeoning plus my attack modifier. Let me make sure I find this 6. This is an 8. Let's not do that again. Oh, here's a d6. It's just a square die. It's just a regular die. 1d6 plus my attack modifier. Wait, it's saying to roll 1, but I'm a level 8 and my subclass says at 5th it goes to 2d6, so I'm gonna roll it twice. I'll pull it up here, right over here. The 5th level 2d6 and my character's level 8, so yeah. Okay, so I might be doing this wrong because I honestly don't really know what my attack modifier is. I'm still, getting used to D&D because everything. This is the first time I played without a whole digital system to help me with it. So I'm going. I think sneak attack or rogues in general have an extra d6. A precise shot. With a roll of 19, your web bolt finds its mark, striking the wounded lead shadow creature. The condensed bolt of webbing deals 10 bludgeoning damage, and the creature recoils, further entangled in the webbing. The lead creature, already weakened from your previous attack, seems to struggle against the webbing and now binds it. The misty clearing is filled with an otherworldly tension as the other two shadow creatures react to your sudden assault. Now it's the creature's turn. The lead creature, entangled in your webbing, attempts to break free with a strength saving throw. The result will determine if it can escape the restraint or the other two creatures. Oh, the other two creatures not entangled move closer with an unsettling swiftness. Roll a d20 for the lead creature's strength saving throw. The lead creature struggles against the webbing, but your expertly crafted web holds firm. It remains restrained, limited in its movements and action. The other two creatures, undeterred by their companion's predicament, continue to advance towards you. Their indistinct forms seem to meld with the mist as they move with an unnatural speed. Okay. I would like to make another web bolt attack, and then as my action, and then bonus action web swing myself to a nearby tree to make more distance. Seizing the initiative, you decide to press the advantage with your action. You launch another web bolt at the already tangled creature, aiming hinder its movement. Simultaneously, you utter the bonus action, the web swing by a new tree, creating additional distance between you and the advancing shadows. Let's throw off the web attack first. Roll 20. Modifier is a +3. I rolled 17, 18, 19, 20. I rolled a total of 20. And then it's going to be 2d6. That's a 2, a 1, damn it, plus 3. So that's 6. I rolled 6 on damage. Can't win them all. Your web bolt inflicts 6 bludgeoning damage on the already restrained lead shadow creature, the webbing tightening around it, hindering its movement even more. Now, with your bonus action, you expertly employ the web sling technique. A line of webbing shoots out towards the sturdy tree nearby as you sling yourself through the air, laying gracefully on a branch, creating an additional distance between yourself and the shadow creatures. The lead shadow creature, now heavily restrained, appears frustrated and disoriented. The other 2 shadow creatures, undeterred, continue their pursuit. It's the shadow creature's turn. Restrained lead creature has to roll d20 to break it. 17, damn. Despite its entanglement, the lead shadow creatures managed to summon enough strength to tear through the webbing. Strands snap, freeing the creature from its restrained state. It hisses its frustration. Its form now more fluid and understanding. The other 2 shadow creatures, observing the lead creature's struggle, continue to close the distance with an unsettling speed. It's your turn again. What action would you like to take as the shadow creatures regroup? The moon. As the shadow creatures regroup, the moonlight mist swirls around you, and the threads of fate guide your choices in the entanglement. In the enigmatic realm, how far is the lead creature from me? 30 feet away from you. Okay, then I want lead creature. Lead creature is currently about 30 feet away, while the other creatures are slightly further back. How? Okay, I'm not gonna question it. I mean, hey, works for me. I didn't realize I moved that far back. Well, yeah, because I guess I moved 50 feet total. I went back 20 and then 30. Is the lowest attack roll so far. 11 for my attack. Narrowly misses the creature. Damn. Okay, what else can I do? Web pull is a bonus action. Web. Like, to try and web pull it closer to the bottom of the tree. Roll d20 for its saving throw. Fudge! It rolled on 20. Okay, so it effortlessly resists your attempt to pull it closer. The webbing seems to slide off of its form as it continues to advance. The other 2 shadow creatures are now within striking distance, hissing menacingly as they prepare to engage. It's your turn again. Lead creature is 20 feet away, the other 2 are approximately 30 feet away. I want to kill that main creature because I don't want 3 of them attacking me at once, so a potent strike with the total damage of 11. Web bolt not only restrains the lead shadow but also inflicts significant bludgeoning damage. This creature struggles against its webbing, forcing its form flickering in and out of, and it hisses in frustration. The other 2 shadow creatures, witnessing their companion's predicament, move closer. The renewed sense of urgency. It's your turn again. The lead creature now restrained 20 feet away, the other 2 are about 30 feet away. Okay, it hasn't attacked me. I'm going to try something. We can attack roll with your short sword, or with my scimitar. We're gonna use scimitar rules because that's the only thing I could find. It was, let's see. How is the melee creature 15 feet from me, while the other shadow creatures having closed in and appear about 20 feet away? It said they're within striking distance. Okay, well, that's a small error, I guess. I am going to run up to the lead and make another strike. With a total of 15, your short sword once on mark once again. Blade cuts to the shadowy creature, dealing 10 damage, miraculously intensifies flickering, appears even more unstable. How much health does this thing have? The other two shadow creatures are now almost within striking distance since menacingly. He is still restrained about 5 feet away. The other two approximately 15 away. How much health do they have? Is it going to tell me? The restrained shadow creature appears to be heavily wounded, showing signs of significant damage to your attacks. It seems to be on the brink of defeat. The other two shadowy creatures, though undamaged so far, seem very wary of the cautious as they observe the ongoing battle. Or are they not attacking intentionally?
1 hour later.
A devastating onslaught. Your dual strikes cut through the shadowy form, restrained lead creature. Incredible precision. Please kill it. The creature, unable to withstand the onslaught, dissipates into a misty haze. The moonlight clearing is briefly silent. The other two shadow creatures hisses in dismay. The lead creature is defeated. The other two creatures, seemingly cautious, hesitate in their advance. It's your turn again. The two remaining shadow creatures about 15 feet away. I want to web hole one of the three creatures close. No, I want to make the distance 30 feet between us, me and them, and then bonus action. Utilizing your Arachnic Gauntlets to control the battlefield, you swiftly create distance between remaining shadow creatures. With a combination of precision and agility, you unleash a web bolt at one of them. Uses your bonus action to web pull the other closer to you. Roll a d20 for the web bolt action. Okay. 15, 16, 17, 18 to attack. And a d20 to web pull.
1 eternity later.
A solid hit. Your web bolt inflicts 10 bludgeoning damage on the ensnared shadow creatures. The webbing tightens around it, hindering its movements. With one shadow creature restrained and the other pulled closer, the battlefield shifts in your favor. The moonlit clearing is filled with an eerie tension as the remaining shadow creatures hisses in frustration. It's your turn again. The restrained shadow creature is about 30 feet away. The other one is now within striking distance and is about 10 feet away. What action would you like to take as the shadows regroup? Thread of fate continue to guide your choices in Barovia. I dual attack the one I web hold to me. That's gonna be, again, my math may be a little off, but I'm just guesstimating for reference to see how this works. 1d8 is an 8. Wait, I gotta roll for it. Attack roll. It's a 16 and an 18. I rolled a 16 and an 18. Cut your way through the shadowy form and the creature of the pulled creature. Damage total of 16 damage. Dealing a total of 16 damage and create creature hisses in pain. Its forms flickering in response to its assault. With your successful attack, the battlefield is now one restrained shadow creature, another heavily wounded. It's your turn again. Why are they not attacking me? It's not even having me roll for that guy, so it's like he's not trying to break out either. They're just gonna watch me. And I don't know if that's an error on the system or it's an error in me in trying to understand why it's not attacking. The creature dissipates into a misty haze, defeated by your relentless assault. The moonlit clearing falls silent. The restrained shadow creature remains ensnared by the sticking webbing, unable to escape. Congratulations, Drekken. You have emerged victorious in the moonlight clearing of Barovia, overcoming the shadowy adversaries. The threads of fate continue to weave around you, and you stand amidst the dissipating shadows. I want to release the last shadow creature. With a sense of mercy, you decide to release the last shadow creature from the sticky webbing. Using a careful and elaborate approach, you free the creature, allowing it to retreat into the shadows. As it disperses, you sense a momentary connection, a glimpse into the mysterious and otherworldly nature of these creatures that inherit Barovia. The moonlight clearing returns to an eerie calm, and you find yourself alone, surrounded by the quiet whispers of the night. Erecting gauntlets, robes you wear hum with residual energy, attuned to the ancient power of the web weavers. What would you like to do now, Drekken? The path of Barovia awaits your next step, and the threads continue. Okay, so I kind of want to end it here, but I'm not going to because I want to get attacked. I want to actually fight something. Like, those things weren't fighting me, and I don't know if that's an issue on the AI or the issue on me, or the, like, that's how it's supposed to be. I want to go back to the village I saved. The local innkeeper, a stout woman named Alara, steps forward. Drekken, our savior, gratitude, you really saved us from those shadows. We are forever in your debt. I wanted to let you know that I took care of the shadows. And I also would like to ask for your best warrior to step up to me and fight, not to the death, but I want to see what you guys got to defend yourself when I leave. Nods appreciate your news about the shadows, villagers, murmurs in relief as you explain your desires to spar with the village's best warrior. The Lara looks thoughtful for a moment before signaling to a burly figure among the villagers. A sturdy man, clad and worn in well-maintained armor, steps forward. He carries a hefty sword at his side and determined gleams in his eye. I am Gavrik, the village's best, he declares, sizing you up. A friendly spar it is then. We don't often get visitors with such a request. Villagers clear space, forming whenever you're ready, Drekken. I would... You take the first move, since you needed my help in fighting the shadows, I say jokingly. Gavrik chuckles at your jest, nodding in agreement. Fair enough, Drekken, let's see what you're made of. With that, Gavrik lunged forward, swinging his sword in a wide arc. He aims at a controlled strike, testing your reflexes. Roll a d20. Okay, so here we go. We're getting attacked. Throw to evade or parry. To attack, add your dexterity modifier to roll, and let me know the result. I rolled a 1. Roll with my modifier. That's a dex saving throw. 1 plus 3, I think. That's a 4, but it's still a nat 1, so I rolled a nat 1 plus 4. 3 equal 4. With my nat 1, as Gavrik's sword swing towards you, you attempt to evade, but an unexpected shift in the terrain beneath your feet causes you to stumble. The strike lands not with force, but with a dull thud as flat as Gavrik's sword makes contact. Druid pulls back, looks in concern with his fate. You alright, Drekken? It seems the ground is not in your favor. How much damage did he do? I have 68 total HP. 68 total HP. 2 points of bludgeoning damage, bro. Waits your response, a mix of concern and readiness in his eye. The villagers watch with varying expressions. Some caution, some concern. The others have a hint of amusement. Is that all you got? Question mark. The ground trip from the ground did more of the damage. Haha. Make a real attack. I will be fine. Period. And I ready my uncanny dodge ability as a rogue. His competitive spirit under it. You asked for it, Drekken. Gavrik lunges forward again, this time with a more determined strike. He aims to test your defensive and skill with a well-executed attack. Roll d20, read dex modifier, saving throw to dodge or parry. Add your dex. 16. My AC is a 15. Oh, so he rolled higher than a, okay. I took 4 damage after factoring your uncanny dodge. Okay, so he would have done 8. What would you like to do in response? That's more like it, comma. The shadow creatures didn't even hit. Go again. This is kind of fun. Gavrik grins, enjoying the spirited exchange. You're a tough one, Drekken. Let's keep this dance going. Once again, Gavrik lunges forward with his sword, aiming for a series of quick and precise strikes, and tests your defense. Roll a d20 for your dex. I will not use uncanny dodge, and I want to just use my AC. You rely on your AC whether Gavrik strikes rapid attacks. Your agility and protective proves effective. The moonlight clearing shadow with clashing blades and shifting footsteps. Panting slightly. Impressive, Drekken. You certainly know how to hold your ground. I wanted him to attack me. Last chance, man. Give me a no holding back attack like you want to hurt me. Otherwise, it's gonna be you on the ground. Alright, I'll do it their way. Fine, flip it. 11. No, I wanted to attack me. I rolled a nat 1. I rolled an 11, so it'll be 11. 13, 14, 15. Take 12 points of damage. Finally, an actual attack. Expression shifting to concern. He immediately pulls back with his expression shifting concern. Are you alright? I didn't mean to. Mid-sentence, I use my spider reflexes, pop off the ground, jump over his head, and land behind him to make a web bolt. With a swift and surprising motion, you activate your spider reflexes, propelling yourself off the ground in a dazzling display of agility. You somersault over Gavrik's head, landing gracefully behind him. Seizing the opportunity, you swiftly make a web bolt attack. Roll d20. Your web bolt flies true. Garrick flies back with precision, and the strands of webbing wrap around him, momentarily restricting his movements. Garrick grins, impressive despite the surprise. Well played, Drekken. You've gotten more tricks up your sleeve than I expected. I tried to give you the chance, man. You failed me. You only did one good attack. Well played. The villagers are now more entertained than concerned, sharing approving nods and cheers at the display of agility. What would you like to do next, Drekken? I want to bend the night here and give Gavrick tips on agility to dodge hits from any shadow creatures that might attack while I'm away. Is there a place we can rest? Question mark. Valera, appreciative of the entertainment and sensing the camaraderies between you and Gavrick, nods. You're welcome to stay the night here, Drekken. We have a communal resting area near the center of the village. Gavrick sees to it that our guests is well accommodated. Gavrick gives you a nod in agreement. I'll make sure you have a comfortable place to rest, and all ears for any tips you can share. Now relaxed and more at ease, the villagers resume their activities as Gavrick guides you to the communal resting area where you've space to settle for the night. Would you like to share any specific tips? Just general knowledge that being the biggest isn't always the best. Make sure to stay light on your feet and wear your opponent out energy before you do. And I would like to take my long rest. Kara listens intently to your advice, nodding and understanding. Light on the feet, wear the opponent out. Got it. Thanks for the tips, Drekken. Rest well. If you ever pass through our village again, you'll be welcome. As you settle in for a long rest, the moonlit clearing embraces the senses atmosphere. The villagers have returned to their homes, watching peaceful. Your dreams are undisturbed as you sleep beneath the watchful gaze of the moon. You wake up refreshed the next morning, ready to continue your journey. The threads of fate continue to weave around you, guiding your path through Barovia. What is the name of this village? The village you find yourself in is known as Silverbrook. I wonder if that's actually in Strahd's campaign. Ask if they can spare a meal for breakfast before I leave to keep rounding the lake in search for the Outlanders. As you make your way through the waking village of Silverbrook, you come across a communal area where the villagers are preparing for the day. Valera notices your approach and greets you warmly. Drekken, good morning. Did you rest well? Are you ready to continue your journey? Why did she say that? You express your gratitude for hospitality and inquire if they could spare a meal for breakfast before you set out. Valera smiles. Of course, you're always welcome here. We've prepared some breakfast. Take a seat, and we'll bring you a hearty meal to fuel your travels. As you enjoy a satisfying breakfast, the villagers continue their daily activities. Gavrick approaches you. Safe travels, Drekken. If fate brings you back this way, Silverbrook will be here to welcome you. I want to say thank you, and I hope that one day, if I need it, I can rely on his help should the time arise. In these Drekken Dragovia, Drekken, in these lands, we never know when help is needed. If fate brings you back our way, or if you find yourself in need, know that Silverbrook will stand by you. Safe travels on your journey. Threads in your final nod. I yell back as I head north and make sure to train some more people. It would be a shame if the village wasn't ready to defend itself. Be safe, Gavrick. Leaving the village of Silverbrook behind, the moonlight clearing and the threads of fate continue to guide your journey and what lies ahead. Quest in the realm of Barovia. Bam. That's it for the session. Woo! It was a little rough at first. So I will say it was a little rough at first, but it worked out. I think it was, you know, a pretty good session considering everything that it is. You know, it's just a chatbot or an AI. But it was pretty cool. I had fun. It got more fun towards the end, and it wasn't so like, oh, I don't even know if it was really working, but it worked out. So thank you guys for watching. If you stuck with me to the end here, I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all will enjoy this uncanon version of my D&D Let's Play with my backup character, leading to some more story elements and details as to how Drekken Dragovia meets the Outriders. It'll be fun when that does happen, if that ever happens, whether Ben bites the dust or leaves with Moon or gets kidnapped or whatever. When Drekken shows up, we'll have to do this again, so there's more story. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care and peace.